Tired of breaking the bank just to be able to compete in online game modes? Well, in today's video, I have a good alternative to immediately spending real-life money on VC to upgrade your My Player. Be sure to watch the whole video all the way through because there are important steps that you don't want to miss out on. Shout out to Rocky2K for the method, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get right into the method. Now, I recommend you guys make this build if all your other builds you've played My Career on already. So every time you do this method, just make this build the best build for this method. You start out with an 88 3-pointer. And another thing that's important, make sure you're on a good young team. You don't want to go into like the Lakers or even Golden State. I want to Golden State in my first attempt, and the team just gets ass. It's really fucking bad. So I recommend you go on San Antonio because Wemby is ridiculous. He ends up being like a 99 overall. Or OKC is good. The Mavericks is good. Probably even the Timberwolves, not the Timberwolves. Or if you go on the Timberwolves, make sure you make a build that isn't a shooting guard because it's going to take long to become a starter. So I recommend going on the San Antonio, OKC. Let's see what OKC is talking about. But for this run, I'm just going to go for San Antonio. Okay, so to start this method, this one is very important. When you play your first My Career game, they're going to ask you for what your personal goals are going to be for the season. It's very important to pick NBA Cup champion. This method only works when you pick NBA Cup champion. Pick NBA Cup champion is the only one that works to my knowledge. So just go with this one in order the method to work. All right, so as you can see, check your build. 88 3-pointer. You can use whatever jump shot you like, but this is definitely the easiest one to start with. Start with an 88 3-pointer. Okay, so when you make the build, you can throw any jump shot you want. I'll show you guys mine real fast. I have Troy Brown Jr., Oscar Robertson, Kobe Bryant. And what you want to do is just want to do all these when you talk to these NPCs, so talk to Donna. Basically, most of these don't even matter. You're just talking to the NPCs so you can get right into your My Career game. And this, you only got to play 4 games. Now, I'm pretty sure you get team chemistry coming here. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna come see just in case. Yeah. So make sure you come here at the start of your first season every time to get a bit of team chemistry, because team chemistry makes your team play way better. Okay, so now when you're talking to Patrick, he's going to give you I don't even know what these things are called. GOAT skills. You can choose whatever one you want. I would recommend doing open season and just whatever that will fire off really easy. So the long ranger, this one can work. Just attempt 4 3-point shots. You're going to definitely be doing that with this build. So I'd recommend these two. And now you're ready for your first My Career game. But before we get into there, there's some important settings to go over. You got rookie, 5 minutes. If you want to save some extra time, you can turn off action replays, all these replays, camera cuts. You can take all these off to save a little bit extra time. But it's important to turn commentary language on to Spanish because you skip the halftime show, so that saves you a bit of time. And if you don't want to hear that, which obviously most of you wouldn't want to hear that, just turn this down to 0. The crowd down. It's up to you if you want to turn the crowd down. I'm just gonna turn it down for the video and turn this down. Doesn't really matter. This also doesn't matter. So now you're ready for your first game. Okay, so in this first My Career game, this is the only game we really want to try because this is going to determine your stats for the rest of the season. So try to drop as many points as you can so your average can be ridiculous and your character can literally just go crazy the entire season. So like I said earlier, you want to score as many points as you can in this first game because this is the only game that you really care about. This is the only game that you're going to play the entirety of the My Career game. This is the only one. The next one, you're just going to be getting 4 fouls and playing the 4th quarter, but I'll get into that once we get to that point. You just want to score as many points as you can in this initial My Career game so your average can be absolutely fucking ridiculous. Also, one more thing, every time you get asked a question, you're going to get asked a lot of questions in your first season. Always try to answer a question that buffs team chemistry because team chemistry makes your team play better. Okay, as you guys can see, I dropped 110 points. So long as your averages are ridiculous, you will be fine throughout the season. And I'm pretty sure even the playoffs. So some important things to go over. I'm gonna briefly go over it now, and then I'm gonna go over it again once we get to the point. So you have 4 key games. So just to know what key game you're on. whatever one you're hovering over, it'll say key game 1/7 and so on and so forth, 2-7, 3-7, 4-7. It doesn't matter. The 5th game isn't here yet, but your first 5 key games, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose them, but the one that really matters is your 6th key game. You really want to lose that one because you save so much time, and I will show you exactly what to do once you get to your 6th key game. So just right now, talk to all the NPCs. If they ask questions, do it from answer a question that ups team chemistry, and up until you get to your 6th game, that's when I'm gonna go over what to do, because this is really important. It saves you a lot of time. So I'm gonna cut to that when we get to that point. And just a reminder, when you want to get out of these micro games fast, if you're not a star or a starter, you foul 4 times, it'll automatically put you in the 4th quarter. Just play through the 5 minutes, you'll be out of it. And once you become a starter, foul until you get to the 3rd quarter, which will be about 3 to 4 fouls, around there. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same thing. Just win by 20, you can leave. But I recommend, if you're a starter, foul until you get to the 3rd quarter, whoop their ass, get up 25, you can sim out. Also, another thing to note, once you get to your 3rd key game, you're going to unlock endorsements, or your 4th key game. Yeah, 4th key game. After your 4th key game, 3rd or 4th, you're going to unlock endorsements. So come to your my court and talk to Patrick. He will give you your endorsements. You're not going to be able to claim any of the, wait, I'm tripping. I recommend you sign with either Jordan or Nike. I would do Jordan right now because you're going to win NBA Finals, so it's a free 1500 VC. So once you guys are on your 6th key game, you want to make sure you lose this game. It's very important. It saves you a lot of time just losing this game. But that's not the only thing you got to do. You also have to do another step. You have to quit app as soon as you load back into the game. I will go over it with you guys once you get to that point. But the easiest way to lose this game, in my opinion, is put your difficulty on Hall of Fame and just make sure you lose. You can foul out. This is the one game you can't foul out. You're not going to get VC for it, but it's whatever. You got to lose this game anyway. You want to get out of this game as quickly as possible so you can get on with the method. But your 6th key game, you want to lose because it saves you a bunch of time, and you also want to quit app as soon as you load back into the game once you lose the game. So I'll show you exactly what that looks like once I get out of this micro game. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have lost the game, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to do when you get out of this game. It's literally just like playing another micro game. You just lose, put on Hall of Fame, chuck up some stupid ass shots so you can lose the game as quickly as possible. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to do, or what I mean by quitting app. It's really forgiving. It's not like you have a certain time window to do this. You just start, you just quit app, and then you'll know when you do it. You'll know you did it right when you don't have any more key games. If you get stopped like in around like January, like early to late January for a mid-season meeting, then you did the method wrong, and you'll have to play another 6 key games, or you can just restart. But really ain't no difference. Just play the 6 key games and try to do it right the next time. But as you can see, when you load back in the game, you will sim, and there's no more key games. So you can literally they'll stop you for jersey swaps, and they'll stop you for GOAT moments. Don't worry about those. Sim to the playoffs. They will stop you probably February-ish, because there's going to be a mission called Franchise Player Trouble in Paradise, and you don't have to worry about that. Just go to the office, talk to them for that, and you're good. You can just keep simming to the playoffs. When it's taking this long to sim for like the first couple ones, you know you did it right. So you're good. Just sim to the playoffs and win the finals. Make sure you win the finals. If you win MVP, that's good, but you really only want to win MVP, or you really want to can't speak. You really only want to worry about winning MVP if that's what your endorsements, like that's what your bonus endorsement is. If you get named MVP or finals MVP, that's the only time you really want to worry about that. Just make sure you win every finals, and this is basically what you do for 7 seasons. This is the 7-season method by, I don't know if it's by Rocky 2K. I don't know if he came up with it, but I saw it from him first. So I'm gonna put a link to his channel in the description. You basically just do this, rinse, repeat this 7 times. I'm not completely done with the method. There's a few other things I have to show you, like your off-season activities, and I'll show you that once I win the finals. And we're just gonna cut to that. Okay, so it stopped me at April, and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean with the franchise player trouble in paradise. So you just want to go walk over here. There's none to be scared of. You're not gonna magically have more key games. It's just gonna be a little bit of a cutscene that you can skip. Don't worry about it. So basically, you're not gonna do this at all. Do not waste your time with this. This is a waste of time. You don't have to complete it. Don't worry about this. Okay, and when you're done, it's gonna be this. You just do a little bit more quests. I don't think you have to talk. Yeah, so you do have to talk to Patrick. But you just talk to a little bit more people, and then you're done with your first season. After your first season, you're not gonna have any cutscenes. It's gonna be straightforward. You just rinse and repeat this method over and over again for 7 seasons, and it's gonna grant you about like 200k VC. On my third, or on my maybe was it my third or fourth season, I had 100k. Just literally just sitting there. So it's like 100k every 3-4 seasons, around there. It's really those FIBA Cup games. Those FIBA Cup games go so fucking crazy. As you can see, I won MVP. If you want to just win MVP literally every season, just the first game of your new season, just try in that game, drop as many points as you can, and you should win MVP almost every time. So if you really want to win MVP every season, that's what you can do to kind of almost guarantee it. There may be some BS. I don't know. I don't really do it, but that's what I recommend you guys do. With the playoffs, you just kind of just want to sim. Maybe you'll get lucky. You get lucky and 4-zip them. Sometimes you have times where you go down 3-0 and you have to play 4 my career games. When that happens, it's kind of infuriating. But you know, it is what it is. If you got a good team, you probably won't even run into that many times. Me, I went to the Golden State, which isn't a bad choice, but Golden State is an old team, or an older team. So after like Curry and Draymond retire, or Curry retire and Draymond leaves, the team's kind of just butt juice, bro. So that's why I recommend going to Dallas, San Antonio, so you don't have to worry about that. You're on a young team, don't got to worry about, you know, your other star player leaving or retiring. So I'm just flying through the playoffs. This is why I recommend you be on a good team. I'm flying through the playoffs. I only have to play 1 playoff game. So go on a good team. If you get lucky, you only have to play a maximum of literally 7 my career games per season. With this method, if you get lucky, you only have to probably play about like 7 my career games. Like best case scenario, if you get lucky with the playoff, you play 6 key games, and then if you get lucky in the playoffs, you only play the finals game. That's it. And you're done with this 1 season. What I recommend, if it gets too boring for you, just throw on some music, throw on like put an anime on in the background, or YouTube, whatever, and just knock this shit out, bro. This is a good alternative to breaking the bank on VC, because these prices are fucking ridiculous. So if you need like to legitimately grind VC and get you like a good 85 overall build, you can get an 85 overall build to 60 to 85 in 1 day. Not even 1 day, just completing 1 7-season method. 85 overall build right there. You can make as many videos you want without having to break the bank. So I'm gonna do this last finals game, and then I'm gonna show you guys what to do after. And then, yeah, you're basically done. Just rinse, repeat this, and the method's done. Oh, and wait, make sure you put the game back on rookie. You don't want to play on Hall of Fame with 60 overall. Hell nah. Make sure you put your game back on rookie, and yeah, let's go whoop the ass in the finals. All right, so once you won the finals, you can go over to off season, and you just go back. I won finals MVPs. That's really good. Then you want to come over here and talk to Patrick, and then got your off-season focus. This is what you want. This is very important. This is also a very important segment, or whatever you will call it. Pick FIBA qualifier every time. Anything FIBA on the far left, pick this every season. You need to do these in order to get the 25k once you do the FIBA Cup tournament. So every time, pick FIBA qualifier, or say FIBA tournament, something like that. In your 2020 season, after 2027 season, that will be when you get your first FIBA tournament, and that's once you get the first 25k. Pick this every season. Do not pick any of these. None of these two, like ever. Pick this every time. And then this really concludes it. All you need to do is do this every season, and then you basically got the method down. Just rinse and repeat this 6 more times for each build, and you will get your 180k 240k VC. So this concludes the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful on how to make some VC without having to break the bank. And it's been SCW, and I'm out.